Hello, 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 guys. Welcome back to my channel, Over Foolish. How are you today? Hello, Ellie. Welcome back. How are you today? Guys, give me a second. Just need to fix the chat really quickly. And we can finally play Get So Lonely here. And fortunately, we should be near to the end of the shore. So the last story of this beautiful game. Then we're gonna play another game, but I'm not gonna tell you the title until the very end. Okay, we start the game. We stop the music. My screen is gonna blink as hell because I don't know why, but this game really makes my screen blink a lot. I did done my warm up exercises, guys, but after I do it, I take something like 30 minutes to reset my voice. I don't know why, don't ask me. My voice just worked like that. And I handed the exercise from 10 minutes, so my voice is gonna be a little bit fuzzy, okay? Load. Also, let me check the volumes. They should be okay. You let me know in chat if the volumes are okay or not. Ah, this game, I love it so much. I wish to find more game like this, like well written like this one. Forgive me of my voice problem or whatever is gonna come, okay? The days passed following this nightly encounter with your aquatic acquaintance with an almost intolerable slowness. You endure your hours of sunlight at best. You can by going for long, bracing work amidst the heater, foraging for berries and fruits among the hedgerows. Even when you have mustered up enough courage, take an old fishing line and cover in the fisherman's cottage and try your luck by the shore. Your initial attempt at angling are without success, but as the time passes, your proficiency in the art grows. In the art, okay. Sometimes, after you take up your rod, you find you are able to catch the odd fish here and there, small scrawny thing mostly. But the meat goes away to blustering your rudimentary diet. Indeed, it's not really a good diet. You teach yourself how to remove the scales of these saltwater fish that you have captured, and how to get them. How the hell did you capture a fish without a rod or a net or anything? Just with your bare hands. How have you done that? It's impossible, seriously. You learn how to cook them over simple fire. Sometimes you skewer the fish of your own spike and roast them slowly in hearts and whole. Here we go. Give me a second, guys. I need to drink a lot of water, or in my case, green tea, to clear my voice after my warm up because they are terrible. Really terrible. You are able to sustain yourself well enough during the day till the faint pangs of hunger you experience and never quite go away. Sorry not to be here. The last date, I've been out of internet. It's okay, Annie, don't worry. Welcome back. Your physical discomfort, however, is secondary when compared to the desire to visit the mermaid. Your days might be dull and drab, but your nights, comparatively, are made of magic. It is only during the night that mermaid emerge from beneath the waves, and when she does, you hurry to her side. You have never before had anybody who took so great interest in you, not until you met the mermaid. Guys, let me know about the volumes, okay? You should have the right volumes, but I never know. So if the sounds of the game overlap my voice, that is actually a bad thing, okay? Let me know about it. That is why she has grown to mean so very much to you. She is the first friend you have heard. But if you don't temper your obsession accordingly, I fear she may very well be your last. You care little for the potential danger, however, which lurks beneath your interaction with the mermaid. You want only to show the mermaid how much that you value her, because you're naive and stupid. What games for today? Did you see it get so lonely? We played a lot long ago. And you hope within time that she will come to value you too. If you keep seeing her, surely she will stop thinking of her human friends whom she lost so suddenly. That is your plan, at least. Fortunately, your self-serving wish to grow closer to the mermaid seems close to being granted. Your nightly conversation when you greet her come easily enough, the words tumbling from your mouth like a thread. You have grown rather comfortable in the mermaid's company, and she's yours. She yours. She must have, for it is not after you bequeathed your diadem of flower to the mermaid that she look at you, deposited curious questions. Oh, she still have it? This is actually impossible. She went in under the sea with... Nah, it's impossible. This must be a dream or something, like a purgatory. I was wondering, dear one, whether you wouldn't mind indulging me. I know this might not seem an appealing proposition, but I thought it would be remiss of me not to ask. I have seen some of your world, for I have sat on this shore for many, many nights hence. But you have seen nothing of mine. Oh, she's gonna eat us alive. She's gonna drag us in the sea and eat us alive. It seems unfair that I should know some of the world that you inhabit, while you know so little of my own. So would you care to come with me beneath the ocean's waves? There is much that I wish to show you, sight that cannot, I fear, be accurately represented in language alone. Words can be awfully stifling when it comes to the communication of experiences such as this. It is quite the florid speech, but at the heart of this beast is beats a simple enough request. The mermaid wishes to bring you beneath the ocean surface so that she might show you her home. You are flattered initially that the mermaid wished to show you something so personal, but after this flattering, there comes an uncomfortable sense of unease. The mermaid might feel at home beneath the water surface, but what of you? You are human, girl, with two awkward, ungainly legs, and you were not made to live under the sea. You frown and mistrustfully. Oh my god, okay. You look at the ocean. It is late at night, and it always is when you speak of the mermaid, and the water does not look blue. It appears instead to be obsidian. The waves moan as they break against the rocks, which just out of the shores like a mighty dragon's bones. They sound angry, violent almost. Salty sea spray arcs through the hair. Caught in the moonlight, it shimmers sharp as a knife. Hesitantly, you take a step back. You are little afraid of the sea. It is so restless, so deep, and so all-consuming. It reminds you of a hungry monster. You have never submerged yourself beneath the ocean before. You never had the opportunity. You do not even know how to swim, so you're gonna drown. No, don't do it. It's that easy. Just don't do it. Say very respectfully, no, fuck that. You are fearfully for your own safety, should you consent to dive beneath the undwelling meniscus of the water, but... do not look so frightened, dear one. I will be with you, and I will not let you go. You have my word. Oh, I'm sure you will not let me go. Oh, I'm pretty sure. I know your intention. I just wish I was not a fucking naive little girl, you know? Shyly, you glance at the mermaid. She is still perched upon her rock, her hands folded neatly upon her. Well, she does not have a lap, not really. You are still afraid, but the mermaid reassurance does help. No, you cannot breathe! She didn't tell you anything about to breathe under the water. Has she not told you numerous times that she is not, if not honest? Yeah, in fact, she told you she will not let you go, but she didn't tell you that you can breathe underwater. You trust her, not break her word. Oh my god, you're so stupid. Oh my god. She will not leave you beneath the waves, abandoning you to a cruel, lonely fate to become the food of so many fish, or just one. Of that you are certain. That is why, despite all your misgiving, you find yourself nodding your head. If that is what she wants, that you will accompany her. Oh my god, how can you be so stupid, girl? Why? You are interested too in what lies beneath the ocean surface, out of sight. Also, by the way, even if you could breathe, okay? Let's say this mermaid have some kind of magic that let you breathe under the water, and she doesn't wanna hit you, okay? It is in the middle of the night. It has just described to you that it's so pitch black that the waves look obsidian, that is basically black, okay? If you go under the sea, you're gonna see no shit. Seriously, even if you can survive to that travel, you will see nothing. Why? Oh, I knew that you would agree. Thank you very much for humoring me. I will endeavor to make these next few moments the most memorable you ever experienced. Now, would you care to come with me? I should be your guide. Why don't you give me the possibility to say no? The ocean's depth might be dark, but I will not let you get away from me, I promise. Yeah, I know that. I've been literally inside you. The mermaid extends her hands towards you, hand which seems to cut through the moonlight just like a blade. The moon's celestial rays play against the mermaid's upturned palm, so that it shimmers. The mermaid's hair, too, is glowing, backlit by Celine's glove, so that she almost looks like an angel. Her beauty is such that, for a few moments, you cannot do anything, neither step towards her nor back away. You feel frozen in place, rooted into the sand, like some shore-growing tree. You still do not understand why the mermaid has taken such an interest in you, but an old adage does occur to you. You ought not to look a gift horse in the mouth. This is not a gift, my friend. You're fucking ignorant. Or ignore the pleas of a graceful, dignified mermaid. You reach out your arm, shaking like the skinny bough of an ancient tree, and find the mermaid hand you with your own. The mermaid fingers curl about your own hair nail, only now you notice how sharp they are. Digging into your skin. To the mermaid herself look very softly. Her grasp is surprisingly strong, isn't it, really? Didn't I told you that if you, swim all the day of your life in the ocean, you're fucking strong? You do not think if she willed it, would be able to get away from her. But why would you want to? She does not mean you any harm. No, she just wanted to draw you to death. Now let us be on our way. There is much to see in my underwater kingdom. I cannot wait to show it to you. The mermaid turns towards the ocean, as do you. A brief moment passes on during which you allow yourself to stand there. Your hand claimed by the mermaid as the wind buffets your hair and your skirt. You inhale deeply. The smell of the salt is heavy in the black of your nostril. Okay, so much so you could choke on it. It is not a particularly pleasant smell, but you have grown accustomed to it after living in your tumble-down cottage by the shore. It is nostalgic at most. You have a vague feeling as you stand on the precipice between your world and that of your aquatic companion, that you might never again be able to smell the salt in the air like this, or smell anything at all, I will say. That is just a silly supposition, though. You are being foolish, over foolish indeed. The mermaid will return you back to the surface in due course, will she not? You are such an idiot, my friend. You hope that she will. You hope that she will. Okay. You, like air, cannot breathe underwater, so you know it. So you know it, but you still... Oh my god. You open your mouth and meaning to ask a mermaid about this fact, but you are not afforded the opportunity to speak. The mermaid has already shifted her fingers entwined about yours. She dives toward her body, slicing through the surface of the water like a knife. And you, inexplorably, are dragged along with her. Bye-bye. We are so dead. The water rushes forward to meet you in a sudden shock rush. Also, the thermo shock, because it is night, so the thermo shock should kill you. But okay, the mermaid's descent might be graceful, but yours is anything but. You do not know how to position your leg, and your limbs feel awfully ungainly because you cannot swim. We do remind that she cannot swim. She shock of the water as it touches your skin. Meanwhile, is intense, so she's gonna shiver. So she's gonna get like a frozen shock. I don't know the right name or something like that. You do not think that the water would be this cold. You don't? You don't think about anything. Also, your head is inexplicably gigantic. Okay, no, it is not just cold, it is freezing. It feels as though the warmth has been sucked out of your skin. If your head was not already beneath the ocean wave, you would gasp from it. You do not gasp, however, you cannot. You have already been submerged. Your body no longer feels as though it is your own. Your hair is unspooling behind you like a thread. Your skirt is fluttering. Your body rocks to and fro. What is this? As though being soothed in the mother's arm. It is a curious feeling, but it is not wholly unpleasant. If only it were not so cold down here beneath the ocean's depth, you might find it relaxing. It is dark under the surface of water, yes, but you have not ventured so very far, not yet at least. The glow of the moon cannot penetrate its depths. Your surroundings are illuminated through faintly, and thanks to this precious illumination, you can see the skulls of fish swimming about you. Their scales are glisten as the very arc, though the waves like rainbows. They do not look like life forms. They appear instead, to your fairy tale adult mind, to be ancient relic brought to life through some strange arcane sorcery. They are pretty. No, the word is not significant enough. They are beautiful. You did not know, as you stood upon the shore, how very full of life it was beneath the water's surface. You did not know, either, how very beautiful these aquatic denizens of the deep were. You have never seen fish like this before, not in real life. You have memories, vague, hazy memories, of dissecting a fish once in a particularly gruesome biology lesson. But that feels like a very long time ago. You would far rather think of your present than dwell upon the past. But a second passed, and as they do, the mermaid continued to swim, leading you deeper and deeper into the ocean depths. While once you were close enough to the surface that the moon's light could still slice through the waves, now it is so very dark you can scarcely see. I told you! You're gonna die 100%. Also, an average person cannot retain oxygen for more than 1 minute. If you even retain for 1 minute, it's a record, okay? If you never had like underwater deep breath exercises. So she's gonna die, 100%. And I knew that. Your vision is beginning to blur. You can feel an uncomfortable pressure weighting down your inert body. You have descended. You realize with a ripple of anxiety too deep. Humans were not meant to descend into this depth. The water, once cold, now feels freezing. It caresses every inch of your exposed flesh, as if to sap what a little warmth you might still possess. You shiver, and when you do, you swear that you can hear your feet. It is chattering, despite the water which stops you here. The water is stopping up your nostril. I think the nostril is this one, right? Like the nose holes. There is so much water down here at the bottom of the ocean. Of course! It is endless. The mermaid might be able to breathe underwater, but you are not so very fortunate. At least she can try like to give you a breath kiss or something like that. Your body is far less sophisticated than hers, and it requires oxygen with which to furnish your body with continuous straight and not salt water. The thought of trying to inhale the endless water which surrounds you makes you shudder. You would rather not attempt it. You do not have gills. Or gills, I don't know. When will the mermaid take you back to the surface? Surely she must know that you have fast begun to near your limit. You have been under the water for too long, and it is cold, and it is dark now. In any event, you cannot see much of anything. The joy you once felt during your underwater adventure has begun to dissipate, just like the last of oxygen you still possess. It is time to return to the surface now, but how are you to communicate to this mermaid? You cannot speak, and she is not looking at you. She is starting, instead, fixedly. There's something beyond your comprehension, something far away, perhaps in the underwater gloom that you cannot see. Not knowing what else to do, you try to pull your arm free from the mermaid's grasp. You hope that this will signal her that she has grown too carried away in her endeavors, that she hoped to cut short your expedition and return you to the shore. The mermaid does not react, however, to your attempts to escape her. Her grip does not slacken, as you had hoped from about your wrist. I cannot read that. People told me how to read that, and I always forget how to read it. Is wrist? Wrist? I don't know how to read that. My God, I'm gonna hear my English teacher after that. Wrist. In fact, it is quite the opposite. It feels as though she is gripping you more tightly than she was. It is to prevent your escape, but why would she do that? Oh, why would she do that? You tap on the mermaid's shoulder to get attention and gesture, which prompts her at long last to turn. Her fair hair billows about her, suspended in the water like a shroud. Then she say in that calm, measured, incredibly reasonable voice of hers, "Yes, dear one, what is it?" If you could, you would open your mind to reply to her, but alas, you're a human girl, not a fish, and you cannot speak underwater. Any attempt to do would accomplish naught saving filling your pretty little mouth with water. The mermaid really hoped to have considered that before she started to ask you questions, but your comfort seems to be less thing on the mermaid's mind. She smiled at you gently, delicately, then says, "I understand. Being underwater for so long must take its toll. Do your lungs feel like iron? Are they heavy?" So she does understand your woes. You might not be able to speak, suspended as you are in the dark, murky depths, but communication is not wholly impossible. You nod your head empathically, hoping that this will be enough to make your distress apparent. But, yes, that will happen. It is natural part of, so I have heard, of drowning. Not that I have ever had the opportunity to experience it for myself. I am incapable, you see, of meeting my demise in such a manner. Now, what was that? What could she mean? I mean, the mermaid answered, can she read minds? That this was a calculated act upon my part. Oh my God. Didn't I know for the first beginning that we were gonna drown because of this? Forgive me, dear one, but the moment you consented to sinking beneath the water with me, your fate was sealed. Your lungs will be flooded with water soon enough, then you will die. It is not a pretty way to go. Also, you actually have to know, if you think that drown in the ocean and die like that is a very gentle way to die, no, actually, your lungs explode because of the pressure. It is extremely painful and horrible. So no, she's not gonna like sleep and die like that. No, 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 no. She will suffer until the very end. You needn't worry about your corpse bloating, disfiguring, or being eaten by fish, though. I will take very good care of it, I promise. In death, you will look lovely, almost angelic. Is that not what you always wanted? You do not know what the mermaid think. It is exactly that you want, but you think she is laboring under some severe misunderstandings. You would like to try and correct her. You do not want to die, but of course you cannot open your mouth. What a pity. Well, at least it saves me the effort to transcribe your dying pleas. I doubt there would be a particularly interesting. It is horrible, indeed. Yes, it is. If you want to know why I'm doing this, then I will not mind obliging. I have no secret to keep for you. You kept the secret that the fact that you want to kill me, you filthy fish. Other than the secret, perhaps, that upon your first meeting, she nursed with her cold fish heart the desire to bring you about your watery murder. You might have liked her to know that before you agreed to sink beneath the ocean surface with her. I'm only doing this because I have no choice. The other girl I liked, after all, the one whom I adore, disappeared. She went away, and I was never again afforded the opportunity to see her. You remind me of that girl, though you do not look much alike, you do not act very alike either. But you are both humans, who despise your delicacies, have no shortage of determination. How your kind is able to live when your lifespan are so very short, and you are susceptible to so very many diseases, is a mystery to me. Through my lifespan far eclipse your own, and I far sturdier, I cannot help but marvel at the tenacity of you humans. I know that if I were as fragile as you are, I would not be able to exist in this world. I would be far too afraid. I would see my own death lurking beneath every corner. So she's murdering us as an act of kindness, because she thinks that if we stay in the world, we will just suffer. So she wants to murder us because she loves us. I go to the gym, I'm going to be here to try to get into my final interact with you. And if you could, another wish, best of wish. Have a nice gym, Annie. See you next time. Just as you can see of your own death looming before you, it is not so very far away now. You can feel it coming closer and closing its cold icy fingers around your throat. You humans are incredible. I cannot help but respect you, weak and pitiful though you are. She respects your tenacity so very much that she wishes to extinguish it. That does not make very much sense. Perhaps my words are confusing to you. But it makes perfect sense to me at last. My beloved cowherd left me. I do not know where she went or what happened to her. Perhaps she was murdered by bandits. Perhaps she contracted a horrible disease. Perhaps she simply fell and cracked her skull. I do not know. I will never know. For many, many days and many, many nights, her disappearance tormented me. I could not help but wonder how it came about, but there were so many possibilities, I could not imagine all of them. This, though, terrifies me. It still does. That is why I am going to take you to my underwater kingdom with me. There we can be forever together. Yeah, it is the same reason of the gravedigger. You can stay together, you as a corpses have with you. I don't really understand. They're so crazy. Nothing will be able to tear us apart then. I will brush your hair and I will dress you in the finest pearls found from the bottom of the seabed. Hello, Evan. Welcome back. It will be lovely, much, much lovelier. than any sort of miserable existence you might be able to eke out above the water. In my citadel, you will never be attacked by bandits, nor ravaged by disease. You will be quite safe, I promise. Safe? Safe? It's your birthday today. Happy birthday, Heaven. Quite safe, yes, and quite dead too, surely. Well, yes, that is the only unfortunate aspect of my plan. She considers your death nothing more than a mere misfortune. The mermaid might be surprisingly cold after all. But perhaps you ought to have predicted this. She is part fish. Are fish not cold-blooded like a lizard? You probably learn this at some point during biology class, but your lesions are beginning to feel very faint and far away now. Your body is beginning to fail you. You cannot take much more of this. It is a necessary sacrifice, though, if we are to be happy. I am doing this, you know, for both of our sakes. I do apologize for tricking you, but please try to understand. I really have been lonely. You have 1,000 of mermaid friends under the sea! What are you talking about? You would be more inclined to sympathize with her, perhaps if her loneliness was not ushering in your inevitable demise. But you are too preoccupied with your dwindling reserve of oxygen to feel much in the way of anything of your capture. You can feel the pressure of the water against your eyes. They are beginning to ache. Perhaps you are crying. You do not know. The water masks much of your anguish. You have been drifting underwater for almost 3 minutes, so you should be already dead. You should be already dead after the first minutes, I think. That is remarkably long time to go without any air, indeed. Your vision is beginning to cloud. Your surroundings already dark look darker, still unpleasant and obscure, and not at all like the paradise the mermaid promised you. The pain of being suffocated slowly is far stronger and far more oppressive than the sensation of the mermaid hand wound tightly about your arm. Is there no escape for you? The prognosis, I am sorry to say, is grim. Your fate, as the mermaid says, really was sealed the moment you met her, luxuriating on the docks beneath the moonlight. But you'll forgive me of my sympathies if my sympathy is limited. You did bring this upon yourself, you know. You reap what you sow, and in your case, you made a series of bad decisions, which led you to your untimely demise. Once again, the third time. Now, what do you want to do? Will you accept this fate as your rest in peace, or you will try to fight against it? Since this is the last story, and we have fought our fate and tried different... Oh, look at the little fish, they're adorable. And fight against our fate 3 times, but unfortunately we died 3 times. Nonetheless, we will accept our fate as the ending of this game. That is a bit of a anticlimactic answer, and this juncture in your life story, but I suppose it would be remiss of me to lecture you too much. I am sure that you are very aware of what terrible series of decisions you have made. There is no need for me to belabor the point. That will be boorish, not to mention tedious. I am rather tired of scolding you, so instead, I think I will content myself with loving you. What? You thought in your death the mermaid was the only one who would be able to corset you. I know I have said this before, but you really are naive. You cannot escape me even if you are the bottom of the deepest, darkest ocean. The world might have forsaken you, but I never will. I will never leave you. The narrator, you will never be lonely again. And this is the end of the game. So, no matter what, the girls die. Because she's so naive that no matter choice you take, either that is the shore, the village, or the castle, there is always a crazy lady or mythical creature that loves you in some way, but that kills you. So I suppose that is all for this game. So this live was just 41 minutes, but we usually do just 1 hour, so that is okay for this live. For this live, sorry guys, my English is beginning really bad. So what about tonight, guys? We play another horror game called Decembra. Hautier, thank you for the following. You're welcome. You come on the end of the stream though. What about if at 9 p.m. European time we're gonna play another horror game that is called Decentra? Would you like that? It's another game that needs to be dubbed, so we're gonna join nonetheless. But this game we have finished it. So as usual, guys, I thank you for coming and keeping company, and we see each other at 9 p.m. European time. It's gonna be something like 4 hours from now, okay? And we're gonna play some Decentra. Hope for you to have the best of your day and have a nice one. See you next time. Bye bye.